Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Yakel, the author of the recently released novel Dead Ringer. What I'd like to do for you is read you a small excerpt from Chapter 2 being titled All Shook Up. This is a section that deals with our main character, Jesse Same, and a situation that he deals with in his kitchen, of all places. So here we go. This is an excerpt of All Shook Up, Chapter 2 of Dead Ringer, and I hope that after you hear this, you just might be intrigued enough to want to purchase a Kindle, a Nook download, or a paperback version of Dead Ringer. Okay, here we go. On this October 2009 morning, as Jesse was fuzzily crunching on red hearts, orange stars, yellow moons, green clovers, blue diamonds, and purple horseshoes, he thought he heard the leprechaun on the front of the box speak chirpily. "More kids believe in leprechauns than Jesus, tee hee hee." A shocked Jesse stopped chewing, rapidly shook his head, and then spoke as though others were in the room as he proclaimed, "I didn't just hear that cereal box speak." "Hoo hoo hoo! Americans want their Lucky Charms because Jesus doesn't come through with the goods," the illustrated leprechaun offered up in mocking reply, or at least Jesse thought that it did. Jesse stood up in a flash and then pounded the top of the 24-ounce box with his right fist while still grasping his spoon, crunching the center of the cardboard package flat against the table, ripping the paper inner packaging and scattering the remaining dry cereal over the table and onto the floor. The all shook up Elvis impersonator then grabbed the ravaged box with both hands and furiously ripped it into shreds, leaving cardboard, paper, marshmallows, and frosted oat cereal scattered about the table and floor. Without forethought, and with frosted four-leaf clovers, crosses, and bells crunching under and sticking to his bare feet, he frantically ran his bowl of uneaten cereal over to the sink and dumped it down the drain. As a dazed and confused Jesse turned from the sink, he heard a woman's voice. The voice sounded as though it was originating from the apartment below him or from outside. He wasn't sure. As he tried to dial in on the sound, he began to think that maybe it came from inside the kitchen walls. The nasally, miserable, carping voice sounded like so many adult women that populated upstate New York, Jesse thought, as his mind began to clear. While the voice didn't sound like it was in his apartment, it was close enough that Jesse could decipher much of what it groused about.
"You must really hate your son, the way you destroyed that box of his favorite cereal. That's the only reason why he stays overnight with you, his boring dad who won't get a real jab, so you can take him out to do fun stuff. It's because you give him the food he likes, while his manipulative, controlling mother makes him eat healthy. Yep, she's a woman after my own heart, you know. Gad love her."
"Hey, whoever the hell you are, I love my son. Got it? The box of cereal was possessed or something. Leave me the hell alone," Jesse yelled in a tone of voice consisting of 63% anger and 37% panic as he stood alone in the kitchen. After a moment of what was now silence, save for the sound of a Heartland Express 18-wheeler rumbling southwestward on Genesee Street, Jesse rubbed his face with both hands and said to himself, "I'm not losing my mind. I know I'm not. This is terribly real." Fast forward a few minutes, and the hot shower spray was comforting and invigorating as Jesse lathered Irish Spring first on his face and then around his fit and trim body. Jesse did not maintain an exercise regimen, but his high metabolic rate kept him from becoming paunchy like the Elvis he impersonated did in the last years of his life. As well, all of the walking these recent nights would certainly discourage obesity. "What the?" a suddenly perplexed Jesse asked of no one, as it seemed as though he no longer felt the hot, relaxing water on his body. He could see the soap running down his legs as though it was being rinsed, and yet he didn't hear or feel the spray. Was it a radio he was now hearing in his bathroom? How could that be, as he didn't keep a radio in there? were his downstairs neighbors Dean and Cassandra blasting the TV volume yet again so as to cover up the sound of their loud, violent lovemaking? Without question, there was a radio or TV newsman speaking, and while it seemed to Jessie like the voice could have been coming from a source outside the bathroom, at the same time, it sounded like it emanated from another room or floor as it spoke. So it seems, Rob, that there is no water pressure anywhere from the east side of Syracuse to as far as western Oneida County and as far south as Marathon in Cortland County. I was just a moment ago on the phone with a FEMA representative, and she confirmed the scattered water outages in New Jersey, Massachusetts, and also in Washington, D.C. Additionally, Rob, there are now confirmed reports of New York City firefighters not getting any water from hydrants to fight the structure fires in Manhattan resulting from yesterday's terror attack. As to why fire and emergency personnel are not even being allowed, or are being allowed, Rob, near that area, I don't know. Again, Rob, I have to reiterate, as per President Omandi, that the continuing state of martial law is... The announcer then faded away like a distant radio station lost on a clear, starry night. So what happened? What's going on here? I encourage you to read Dead Ringer and learn about the life of our main character, Jesse Same, and all of the other characters that come in and out through the story, and just exactly where this story winds up. You might be intrigued. Hopefully you'll be amazed. And hopefully you'll find it fantastic fiction that'll keep you gripped right to the very end. There are links again in the corner of this video to get ebooks and paperbacks. I'm Jim Yakel. Thanks again for listening to me read a small excerpt of Chapter 2 of Dead Ringer, this chapter titled All Shook Up. Thanks, folks. God bless you, and we'll see you very soon.